Hello friends, my name is Ayan. Welcome back to my channel called Ayan Singhi. So today I'm going to tell about my favorite book. My favorite book is Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid. The author of this book is Jeff Kinney, and this book is about Rowley Jefferson. Don't you all read the book called Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Well, this is not about the Wimpy Kid. This is about Rowley Jefferson. And there's gonna be something about Greg in this. So let's get started. So this is the middle of the story. So this is the middle thing about the story. What is the in the back of the page? So these are the starting pages. And now we start with the story. My first entry. Hi, I'm Rowley Jefferson and this is my diary. I hope you like it so far. I decided to start a journal because of my best friend Greg Heavily has one, and we usually do the same stuff. Oh yeah, I should mention that me and Greg are best friends. I'm sure you probably will tell me more about this Greg guy, but this book isn't about him, it's about me. The reason I called my book Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid because what my dad always saying about me. Rowley, you are an awesome friendly kid. Like I mentioned already, Greg is my best friend, which makes my dad second best friend. But I don't tell him that because I don't want to hurt his feelings. We are best friends, right, son? Gulp. Now that I brought up with my dad to mention that he doesn't seem to like Greg all that much. And the reason I get that feelings is because of my dad's always saying it. But that's not only why dad doesn't get Greg's sense of humor. Right now, you're probably thinking, hey Ravali, I thought this book was supposed to be about you. Well, they're right. So from now, I promise there's gonna be a lot more Rowley in here. The first thing you need to know about me is that I live with my mom and dad in a house at the top of Surrey Street, which is the same street as my best friend Greg lives on. I already talked about my dad, but my mom is pretty great too because she feeds me healthy food and helps me keep my body clean. Every morning, I walk to school with my friend Greg. We usually have a total blast but when we are together, but sometimes I do something that annoys him. Stop whistling! But what really gets on Greg nerves that is when I copy him. So I'm probably not gonna let him know about this journal because it's just gonna make him mad. Anyway, writing in this book of work so is that all? I'm gonna do it for today. But tomorrow I'll put a little more Greg in here. Like I said, we are best friends. My second entry. Okay, so bad news. Greg found all out about my diary. I guess I felt kind of proud that I had my own journal and I wanted to show him, but just like I predicted, it made him mad. Greg said I totally ripped him off and that he was gonna sue me for stealing his idea. I said, well, go ahead and try because you are not the first person to write a diary. Then Greg said, it's a journal, not a diary. So he whacked me with my own book. I told Greg if he was gonna be a jerk, then I wouldn't say nice things about him in my journal. That I showed him what I wrote so far. At first, he seemed annoyed, but always forget to draw noses on people. But then he said my book gave him an idea. Greg said one day he's going to be rich and famous and everyone will want to know his whole life story. And he said I could be the one to write it. I said that I thought that's what your journal is for, and he said that's his autobiography, but my book could be about his biography. Greg said there's going to be a lot of biographies about him, but one day he'll give me the chance to write the first one. That I thought that sounded like a good idea because I'm Greg's best friend and no one knows him better than me. So I'm gonna start this book again with a new title, and now the main character is gonna be Greg instead of me. But I don't worry, I'm still gonna be in a lot too. Diary of Greg Hevley by Greg Hevley's best friend, Rowley Jefferson. Most biographies about presidents and famous people start with a chapter called Early Life. Well, the problem is that I didn't meet Greg until 4th grade, so I don't know a lot about what happened him before then. I've seen a few photos hanging on walls in Greg's house, and from what I can tell is he was a regular baby. And if he did anything important when he was little. You can't really tell from the pictures. Anyway, fast forward to right before the start of 4th grade, and now this biography is gonna be get a lot of more detailed. We used to live in a whole different state, but then my dad got a job and we had to move. My family bought a new house at the top of the study street, and we moved in the over the summer. The first few days I didn't leave the house because I was scared about being in a new place. I know you are probably wondering, well, when is he going to meet Greg? Well, just wait, and because I'm getting to the part. My mom said maybe I should try to make some friends, and she even bought me a book called How to Make Friends in New Places to help me do it. The book had all the kinds of the things like knock-knock jokes to help be a kid like me meet, meet new people, but tricks in the book didn't really work on Greg. Knock knock. Hey, I said knock knock. Did you hear me say knock knock? Mom, there's some weird kid in at the door. Luckily, me and Greg became friends anyway. I told Greg I lived in a new house called at the top of the hill. So he said he was kind of bad news for me because when our lot was empty, he planted the flag there, so now he owned my house and plus everything. But later on, my dad told me that wasn't true, and then he went to Greg's house to get my bike back. I'm pretty sure that's the first time my dad told me that what he thought about Greg. I do not like Greg, but I like Greg a lot. He's always doing hilarious things, like making me laugh right after I take a big gulp of milk. Wah! Plus, Greg is always playing wacky pranks on me that they usually make me laugh pretty hard too. Haha, I don't get it. So I'll bet you can tell why me and Greg have been best friends since 4th grade. I even got a locket to make official, but Greg says things are for girls. So, and that's why he won't wear his half. Well, I could probably fill up a whole book with all these Annie things me and Greg do, but since this is his biography, I should probably write some stuff about his family. So I'm gonna tell the rest of the book in part 2. Thank you.